a buck we call Lucky. There's also a buck we call Thomas. We'll see if we can connect with them tonight.
Well, it's the end of December. Coming down to the wire, just a few weeks left. Missouri's archery season. We have seen a lot of activity on this end of the property. Just a few nights ago, I saw now this redneck saw a nice 10-pointer come out. The afternoon before, had a buck we called Thomas, 4-year-old buck. He came out, and we probably had 20 other bucks working through this area that we were seeing. And almost all those deer have been in this native habitat that's between this redneck and another redneck, and then to the south of us. Now, just the way the terrain lays, the way thermals work, there's just not a good way to get on these little edges and bottlenecks to effectively hunt these deer without getting busted. So the best way that we can hunt these deer is just put our time in and be patient in these rednecks, because rednecks do a great job of concealing our scent. We've got all our windows closed. I've got this front window. I opened it up, popped the tab, then closed it, and then put the tab back on. So all our scent's being held in, and then I'll just be able to quietly open this window when we get ready for a shot. But we're hunting over this little hidey hole food plot, and there's been a lot of deer moving through here. And even after dark, mature bucks, Thomas, and that 10-pointer, and old Lucky, they've been coming into this little hidey hole now. They're in the area, but they're eating native. But they're free-ranging deer. You never know what they're going to do, and this time of year especially. Doe fawns are getting to about 60, 65, 70 pounds because we have really high-quality habitat. And when that happens, they reach puberty and can become receptive. So there could be a doe fawn that comes out and is feeding here or is down in this holler, and buck just pushes her up, or for whatever reason that buck wants to slide up through here to get up on top of this little ridge and look or grab a few bites of the hidey hole broadcast blend, this green cover seed that we've got playing this little hidey hole. You just never know what's going to happen. So we've got a lot of deer in the area. We're just being patient, and you never know. It's the late season. Food is king, and we have some really good hidey hole plots and some great native browse around us. Now the native browse, it's really, real interesting when you consider it. Like here to the north, big timber, got a lot of cedars in there that we're actually going to fell and improve the habitat, get more sunlight to the ground. But in this area right here, where there's already sunlight hitting the ground, and there's some of those native forbs, those basal rosettes along the ground, and you can see even into this hill over here, it has kind of a green look to it. Those native species, for whatever reason right now, have a nutrient content that deer are selecting and targeting. This is where the deer are. We'll see if we get one within range of the prime this afternoon. Nice buck, probably a 2-year-old. I've seen him on the Moultrie Mobile several times, and I've noticed his antler is kind of lopsided on one side, and I had to wonder if he actually got it damaged during the rut. But now that I can get eyes on him and see him, we're 10 yards from him, I can actually see that it's almost like his pedicle is off the side of his head, and it doesn't look like it was an injury, which is good. because I was scared that with that injury, it would open that up and maybe cause a brain abscess, and we'd actually lose that deer. But seeing that that pedicle is actually just off to the side, he may just be a really unique deer. It'll be interesting to see how this deer develops in future years, but he looks very healthy. Both him and this yearling are head down in the grain cover seed broadcast blend, enjoying that little snack. It's tight quarters. We're 10 yards. We are on edge. We got about 20 minutes of daylight left, and this 2-year-old and yearling are just head down, hammering this green cover seed ideal broadcast blend. I mean, this is only, a 30 by 30, if that. Little ideal. These little ideals are just great to get deer within range. And they've been in front of us for 5-10 minutes. We still got a lot of light left. We'll see what else comes out. We hear this a lot. People ask how often can you hunt a location? And, I think it's important to consider that we've hunted this location, between this redneck and the other redneck over on the other ridge. We've hunted it 3 times in the past week, and we haven't alerted deer. It's not how many times can you hunt the location, it's can you enter, hunt, and exit without alerting deer. And we have really clean entry strategy, and we have a really clean exit strategy. And that has allowed us to be able to hunt this area where there's a high concentration of deer, and we're not burning these areas out. So really consider your entry and your exit and while you're hunting, but you'll save those locations. You won't burn them out. You can keep hunting there as long as you don't burn them out. We still got a lot of light left. Never know when a mature buck's gonna swing by.